like and subscribe. Sensei Reality Show. It's a lot of things that's going out, in the world that people don't know about that gets overlooked because of so many distractions that we have out here, like with Donald Trump and so far so going on with people doing anything to try to get clout and attention. And I like what Redman's message was, because his message was clear. Like, not only do we got to protect the women and the teenage daughters out there in the world, but just kids and women in general. But he mainly focused on, women and like little teenage girls, and in that age range of whether it's 8 to 14 or whether it's 5 to 18. All little girls and daughters and women around the world must be protected, at all costs, because there's a lot of things that's going on with kidnappings and, people disappearing. And a lot of people would think that as if it's some sort of type of, clout run, because we got so many clout seekers out here that when you see something, you scroll past something and somebody's missing, you think that, they're not really missing, that they trying to just jump on the wave of trying to get some sort of type of GoFundMe started, or things of that sort. Because I've seen, some things that really was, I want to say, make you want to not believe and jump on everything just because, something has gotten out there that somebody's daughter or son or just, a mother at that has gone missing. Because so many people, run like little schemes or scams, I might say, that they'll try to, like I was just stating, that they'll try to start a GoFundMe and fake a whole disappearance just to get some quick money. And that's not right, because it makes us, it's already that bad enough that a lot of us in this world are desensitized when it comes down to, problems that occur, and we may not take it as serious as such because of people out here who running these, schemes and things of that sort to try to get a quick buck. And we don't really want to jump on things too quickly because of that, because we don't really know what to believe at first. But the message that Redman, was putting out there, I love the fact that he did that, because people of his, like, with the level that Redman, him being a legend himself, with musically and, and acting. I mean, somebody of his caliber to, bring that to the forefront and just to remind people, to stay woke. And I don't want to say stay woke, but remind people to keep their eyes open. I like to just keep it just normal, keep it regular. Keep the eyes open and just giving an alert to all women and what to look out for. Like, he went on as far as to say that, you got to be careful with helping older women with their groceries, walking them, helping them with their groceries to their car if you're a woman, because you don't know if it's, can anything can happen, as far as like who people set up to be props to try to get a whole kidnapping and anything situation taking place. You'll be amazed, like, to go as far as having an older lady in on it, an elderly lady at that, in on it, to have someone help her with her groceries, just so the kidnappers, once they get to the car, can lure that woman that's who's helping that older lady, lure them into a white van. It'd be some things that, people try to get so creative, it'll like blow your mind. How you use an older lady? But you always gotta, pay attention to, any and every sign. And you can't really trust nothing at all these days. Not even your own family. So yet alone that, you really know that you can't trust nobody that's not. So I wanted to make this video just to just to double down on what Redman was saying, and to only just bring male figures to the forefront as well. Not just putting attention on the women, but the males as well. So it's women out here who could set you up. There's women out here who could, kidnap, do kidnappings and bring them to whoever not pimp, but whoever male boss or that they working for, or things of that sort. Like, as black men, they have to stay dangerous as well, respectfully. But this world that we in right now with Donald Trump being in office in 2025, it's getting real, and we ain't really seen nothing yet. Because with already things not really being done as far as like with them, with the whole student loans and them, wanting to take people, hard working money out of their check to, to pay student loans. And it's just gotten to the point that this is just the beginning. So imagine if people are, having trouble with finding a job, but on top of that, you cutting out the money that they're making and taking that out for student loans. It's just letting you know that the recipe for assume what could be disaster is on a rise. So you have to really bring things to the forefront as if, for an example, well, people going missing. We have to bring that to the forefront and keep that at the forefront, because we don't want people to forget due to all the distractions and things that's going on in the world, and this Diddy trial that people just keep speaking about is nothing but a distraction. How in the hell by us tuning into what the hell Diddy got going on is gonna help anybody? So it's like we directing our focus into the wrong shit. What Diddy going through and what he doing and the trials and everything in court, how that's gonna make anything that's going on in America better? It's not. It's nothing but a distraction. It ain't gonna change nothing. It ain't gonna help nothing. It ain't gonna help you pay your bills. It ain't gonna help you keep your kids protected. So why are we directing our focus and attention on this shit? So that's just one of the distractions that they want you to key in on and be distracted, so they can get away with many more children's kidnappings and women's kidnappings and just kidnappings in general that get blown over, because they don't want that to get the attention, because they want these things to continue to happen, especially when it comes to the black population. If anybody that's a Caucasian race, they would at least bring that on TV, on broadcast news. If anybody that's black that's missing, you'll be lucky to see that on the Shade Room post. Not saying the Shade Room ain't a big platform, but a lot of people are old school and still watching television. Everybody doesn't have access to have a smartphone. You'll be surprised how many people probably still got flip phones with no internet access, but just enough to call out, and that's it. So I love the message that Redman, spoke upon when it comes down to, protecting, our children and just kids and women. But I want our, the black brothers out there as well to, always stay dangerous and respectfully though. And I say respectfully because don't just, go crazy just because you got a gun. But defend yourself when it comes down to it, if it comes down to that. Not just using it for no reason. because they don't like the fact that a lot of blacks are taking over sports and basketball. And, you know, we got a lot of black people that's in real estate. We doing a lot of things. And sports just being just an example because, you know, we got 4 superstars on both coasts, East and West, that's in the Eastern semi, finals, heading towards the NBA finals. And on the West, the same thing. We got Jalen Brunson, if I'm saying his name correct, on the Knicks, young black guy. And we got the other guy on the Pacers, forgot his name, another black guy. On the West, we got SGA, and we got Ant-Man. So it's like, I mean, they don't want anything like, of our population, of our race to keep multiplying. And I'm going to leave it at that. Sensei Reality Show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I'll highlight y'all later. One love. Peace. Salute the Red Man. Good stuff, man. Gone.